All right, so we're talking specifically about posts and wrists now, which is a kind of a tie. Right, so this is a post, a thumb block. I can also post in the elbow, and then obviously I can grab wrists to control wrists. So the first thing is this thumb block, right? So when I'm doing this, I really want to make sure that I have a stiff arm. I also want to make sure that I'm reaching with my trail leg hand. If I'm reaching with my lead leg hand, right, it gives Zane opportunities to attack my legs, which I don't want to do that, right? So I want to make sure, again, I'm reaching with a stiff arm here to block, reaching with my trail leg hand. Same thing if I'm reaching for, block in the elbow. I want to make sure that I'm not reaching with my same side arm because I'm exposing my legs to shots. And that also kind of brings up the question, why do we use a thumb block or a post in the first place? And really this is about controlling distance, right? So not allowing somebody to close the distance on me very quickly and rapidly or without my control. I want to control him as he's trying to control the distance. And I would use this quite a lot as a wrestler because I tended to be less athletic and less fast and slower than my opponents. And so I really wanted to use this to kind of get a control at a distance before closing the distance on my opponent so that I could kind of gain a little bit more control over more athletic opponents. And so again, I can use that to frustrate somebody who is a lot more athletic than me. So that kind of begs the question, how do I clear a post, right? So if he's thumb blocking, right, he's posting here, right? This can be frustrating for me to come and close the distance against my opponent who's got a real strong thumb block, right? So a couple of simple ways. One is just to pop it, right? So you notice I'm level changing as I'm just making a C grip, popping above the elbow, right, in between the elbow and the wrist, and I'm just popping it and level changing. And from there, maybe that's right into a shot, or maybe that's just into my own ties. I can also snap, right, E-posts. I can snap the wrist, and again, you notice I'm level changing as I'm doing that. Boom. And then coming either into my own ties or maybe into the shot. The other thing that I can do is come to the elbow. And from here, maybe I can go 2-on-1, or if he starts to bend here, now attacking the elbow, I can even pop that thing out if he's still trying to thumb block here, right? I'll pop that thing out. So there's lots of different ways that I can clear a thumb block. If he's thumb blocking the arm, this is a lot harder to clear. So really, I almost have to back away and re-engage without letting him get a really good thumb block in my arm. But if he really gets this controlled, it's hard for me to just clear that without backing away. And then the last thing is what I can do with wrists, right? So he's grabbing a wrist. Really, whatever kind of wrist control he has, I want to attack the open side. So wherever the opening is, I want to move my wrist that way, right? So sometimes you'll see guys that'll pop them off with a cross hand, or sometimes even a knee. They'll scrape them off with a knee. You have to be careful doing that in the rest of the So it's a little bit of a primer on how to use posts, why to use them, how to clear them.